What I just read is important, not just to me as a person, but in what I do as an author, because it describes so succinctly the steps that I took to get back into writing, into the love of writing, into becoming an author. And I'll get into the particulars maybe in another video at another time. But let's suffice to say that as I approached my mid 30s, I had acquired the life experiences I thought that was necessary to restart a writing career, because previously I was writing until the age of 21 because I came to the conclusion that I simply had nothing really to write, and that was mostly owing to lacking life experience. So I went out and got life experience. And those experiences, whether one views it as positive, negative, or in between, those help shape me, and it helped give me clarity of what I needed to put into what I would be writing. Now, I did have several false starts, a poem here, maybe a page of a short story, but nothing came of it because at that point it just wasn't time. But eventually I found myself writing again, and I found myself at a crossroads because originally I had written poetry, I had dabbled with screenwriting, but I didn't really want to go in that direction. I only write poetry when I'm inspired and outside of a series that I'm trying to develop. That's the only real interest I have in screenwriting at this time. But it came to me, or rather a voice inside me said, why not try science fiction? Because I've been a lifelong follower and lover of science fiction. I grew up watching Star Wars, Star Trek, in its many iterations, Doctor Who, or classic Doctor Who as it's called now, and very different shows, diverse shows. And so I decided to pursue science fiction. And one of the things I wanted to do in pursuing science fiction is bring representation, true representation, not just a black character here or there. No, I wanted to show and create fully realized situations and worlds where we are at the forefront. So that's what I started to do with my writing. And one of the first authors that really attracted me to the science fiction literary genre was guys like Samuel Delany. His book, The Ballad of Beta 2, was one of the first, actually, I think back, the first science fiction book I read, and I fell in love with it. I read some of his other works. Then I went from him to Octavia Butler. Then I read the original Foundation trilogy. And from then on, science fiction was a major part of what I was reading. And as I was reading and writing, I was learning the craft of science fiction. And that's something that's ongoing to this day. So this book here Stepping Into Tomorrow is a collection of my best stories from that early period. And from that early period led to The 13th Law, my first novel. It's on Amazon. It's on other of let's say platforms like Lulu, and soon I'll have a hardback edition coming out this year, a 5th-year anniversary edition, and that led to my second novel, The Peoples of Earth and the Three Sons. And I am currently working on different novels, different e-novels. In fact, 2 series of e-novels that I'm working on, in a series of print novels that one should be coming out, if not late this year, early next year, and maybe one for each year for the next 5 years. So thank you for your time. I love sharing my story, and I'll be back with more to say.